Oh, are you kidding?
All right, we're back. And yeah, thanks for being patient with us. But took a little bit of a break, and we are back and ready to cast our third match for the night. And our casters to take us through it are Dr. Fish and Hyperin.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
All right. Yeah. Hello, hi friend. It's good to cast with you.
Yeah, this will be my first time. I've done WoW now a little bit, but I haven't actually gotten to cast a live match before, so I'm looking forward to this.
For sure, for sure. We have a banger of a match. We have a one seed wild match between Nops of Tagger fans and Memnarch of Hair Club.
Yeah. Something noteworthy I saw from this. Memnarch actually made his own lineup for once.
Oh my goodness.
Believe it or not, he is capable of such things.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's pretty solid to see.
hmm
You guys want to take us through the list?
Yeah.
You have
Sure.
them in front of you, yeah. The bands are in too. I don't know if you saw
Okay,
that.
yeah. I'll just quickly check the can quickly check. Or are they on the screen there? No. Oh yeah, they are. Okay, cool. So we'll go over Nop's list first. Nops has brought the druid he's brought is Beast Druid, kind of a very aggressive deck that's very new to
hmm
Wild.
Yeah.
And we've got a an inner fire priest, which is just the minion version, and then Reno Quest Mage, the Cresselia special that a few people have been bringing to THL in particular.
hmm
Um, and finally we have Free Shaman, and notably there's Snowblind Harpies and Zentimo. Some lists have been cutting cards like that. There's no Geist, there's no Vipers, which have become maybe a bit more common as tech cards.
hmm No boom pistol either. That's
Yeah, no
another one.
bullies. Oh, that's kind of interesting. No Boom Pistol bullies.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think the shaman did eat a ban though, so I guess the lack of bullies did not sway Monarch.
Hmm. For sure.
But yeah, looking like I guess yeah. So the druid and the priest especially are they're pretty aggressive decks, but they're very very good into other aggressive decks.
Yes.
So your decks like pirate warrior especially because they can kill you quickly, but in doing that they also you know they're really really good because of Shadow Word Devour. They can just clear a board and make a big minion behind it, and then
Yeah.
they have the synergy to follow and kill you very quickly. So um, and also Weblords very very good against Pirate Warrior. There's like I want to say like 75% of that deck is battle cries. So when
Hmm.
those cards cost 2 more, it's crippling. So
Yeah.
uh,
But notably, no Pirate Warrior from either player.
yeah, there isn't. Yeah, there's. It seems they had very very similar lineups actually. Want to
Yeah.
segue over to Mimnarks. Um, Looks like 3 of the decks are pretty much the same, though Mimnarch seems to be going in a little bit harder on the Pirate Warrior target in particular.
Hmm.
Notably, he has Golakka
Even
Crawlers
Warlock.
in all of his decks. Um, and then yeah, the Even Lock instead of the Reno Quest Mage.
Hmm.
Other than that, it is the same three decks and Free Shaman, Inner Fire Priest, and Beast Druid.
Yeah. Slightly different builds.
Mm-hmm.
For the free shaman, we see double healing rain and Serenite Chain Gang, kind of hedging against aggro. Does have the one Viper. Detect the
Mm-hmm.
one Viper. It's not going to find any weapons this matchup, but it
Mm-hmm.
cycles. So
Yeah.
yeah, both players look like we're going to be getting into the match pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Also want
So
to note the.
bans. Mhm.
I was
Sorry.
also gonna. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was also gonna note the double acidic swamp ooze in the even lock. I found rather amusing. It's
Yeah.
definitely trying to head towards those weapon decks.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, it's so miserable to play matchups like that. Like if there was a Mechathune or Owllock brought, oh that'd just be miserable. Mhm.
Alright.
So yeah, Nops has banned uh Memnarch's priest, and Memnarch has banned Nops' shaman. So we're gonna start with Reno Quest Mage versus Free Shaman.
Okay.
Kind of the battle of who gets
Yeah.
to go infinite first, right?
Yeah, I will say I'm not super familiar with Reno Quest Mage. No, Crystalia hit rank 1 with it and put out that guide the other
Guide.
day. So
Yeah, I
I have
actually
I've not read the full thing, but
yeah,
I
I was gonna
believe
say
it. I believe they said it was decent into Shaman.
yeah, it's pretty decent into Shaman. I haven't played the matchup myself, but I was going through the Cresselia guide. I'm gonna try and find it here to give myself a little bit of a better chance to talk about the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
um, so
Okay. Let's see.
so we do
Coin.
see an early Kazakis,
Mm-hmm. Looking for
or we
the
see
one
Kazakis. They've been playing their turns fast, but this is a coin Kazakis
Mm-hmm.
for a give 2 health, draw a card. Draw a card is definitely something you want from your 1 cost cards.
For sure.
Yeah.
Zaka's also pretty good hit from the potion if we decide to play that early. That is also an extra time warp after the parrot comes down. So
Yes.
interested to see whether we hold that or just use it for some early spell generation.
Yep. Looking at Azola. Yep. So we're gonna pick up the Zola and we're gonna play. And yeah, Nops will play his potion.
Mm-hmm. Seems good.
Yeah.
Get another Kazakus and then develop some tempo behind it. Try not to lose on board.
Yeah. So notably for Memnarch, he does have his Grumble in hand, and Grumble is a very important card in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. He's also got the Floral Tox. I don't believe he's played an Ice Fishing yet, but he's
No, he hasn't.
naturally drawn both Murlocs. Very
That
strong.
is very, very key. And he's gonna use Zentimo to just freeze his own minions. He
Mm.
doesn't not really too much of a reason to keep it to make sure that they attack next turn.
Mm-hmm.
This So this could be a pretty a potential solid mana cyclone, but we're not gonna go for that. We're gonna go for Kazakus and another one pot.
Oh yeah. Wonder if he's looking for clear. He gets the deal 1/3 if he wants it to get rid of those Intimo.
Yeah, he got deal 2 to all, and he can take the deal 3 as well.
That's a full clear of Mimnarch's minions.
Yeah, which is really good considering that we're going into 6 mana turn when Snowfall Guardian is something that definitely comes up. Okay, so we're not gonna leave our minions up and his Zentimo.
Okay.
Or so he's gonna leave his minions up. Nops will leave his minions up, yeah.
Using to draw a card instead. Yep. I can see that. It's really if I had to guess in this matchup, you really just want to complete quest before they can lock you out with Loatheb.
Yeah, we're trying to turbo out. Quest Mage is trying to essentially turbo out the quest. There is Mana Biscuit and Wand Thief, 2 procs for the quest. I think I'm not sure exactly how many different spell classes we played. I think we have played a 0, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Multicaster draws anything right now, as far as I know. I guess Conjure Mana Biscuit's an arcane spell. Yeah, so you would draw 1.
It'll draw 1, yeah. The Kazakus potions don't count.
No, they don't. Alright, let's see what Memnarch decides to do here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be...
Go ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a pretty low... Yeah, I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pretty, low tempo turn.
Yeah.
A turn where he's just trying to empty hand out a little bit, and he does just that. Ancient Mystery's really good here. Will help get some more spell schools. Now we're gonna see Frost and extra Frost spell, but notably it also allows for Mana Cyclone to go down and give 2 spells that can be used, and both of them can be used right now.
Ooh, those are very good spells.
We're almost looking at a quest completion potential. Primordial Glyph is so good.
These are some really, really good random spells to be getting.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the time you generate some expensive spells that you basically didn't give yourself a spell. It's just too much to play. So, but these are really good. Actual effect of the spell doesn't really matter as much as just progressing that quest.
Dirty Rat played, Mailbox Dancer pulled. Pretty unfortunate for Nops to not be able to get his own coin off of it, which would have triggered the part of the quest. Gonna rat again. This time it hits the parrot.
Hitting the parrot
looks like we're gonna see Flurgle Tox here. Does that kill does that kill the combo completely? Does that just kind of kill everything?
It becomes a lot harder. He's gonna need to get he's gonna need to find some giants, really.
Yeah, he's gonna need to find Mana Giant in a way to replicate it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think there's another way. Let me check the list. I don't know if he runs Vargoth or not.
He does run Vargoth.
He does run Vargoth. Okay, so there is still a way to double the quest, but can no longer go infinite with parrots and potions.
Yeah. Unfortunate. For Nops, sure. But I mean this Shaman deck is just King of Disruption.
For sure.
So and even for a deck that runs so many minions.
He's not able to clear the bird. With the Grumble in hand, having a bird on board is really powerful.
And Shudderwalk in hand as well. So we're looking at probably wanting to hold off until there's more things that are worth having to go infinite with, like you said, Loatheb. But there has been at least one Serenite Chain Gang played. There's no freezing yet, though. Notably, no guard play, but we're gonna see Macaw bounce back the Grumble.
Yeah, I do like this line. Having a 1-mana Grumble is very, very strong.
Definitely.
If he'd like, he can hold the Grumble, and then on turn 10 play the Shutterwalk with the Grumble to guarantee getting multiple Shutterwalks back in hand. But
Yeah.
looking like he's just playing for the tempo now, getting a 1-mana Macaw, also very strong.
Yeah, Zeph picked up is solid. You could find some way to essentially find a way with the Zeph to put a clock on your opponent. I think in this case a possible out is something like Zephyrus for Jiraxis.
Mm-hmm.
Because this shaman doesn't really put burn pressure on you. It just beats you. It just kind of go infinite. But if you're able to play 6/6s and deal 3 damage every turn, then you're in a good spot. We're gonna see time. We're gonna maybe see. I don't think we're gonna see Time Warp. I don't know if we should Zeph here though. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would he be looking for with Zephyrus for on 6? Something that costs 4, so maybe like Ruin. But
I think like the big game hunter right here is pretty solid. But I think he's kind of scared of Lotheb right now, because now that he's got the quest in hand. If Memnarch had Lotheb, which we can see it doesn't, but Nops doesn't know that, so
yeah.
Getting Lotheb locked out is definitely a concern.
Okay, so we're gonna see Book of Spectres played.
Spectres. Discarding 1 spell, still drawing 2.
That's still pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
There goes my deck tracker. He plays an Entrap Sorceress. Oh, Rat hits Reno. That's not too bad, honestly.
Reno, or your health total doesn't seem as relevant in this matchup as just which cards you have in hand.
Likely, I think maybe we play a Snowfall here, but Memnarch seems to be hovering over Healing Rain.
Yeah. I do want to get a Snowfall in the pool just so that these Shutterwalks will start to, be gaining a lot of stats when we play them.
Yeah. And this in itself is going to be a 6/6, but it's like not necessarily what you're caring about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there was I thought maybe if Memnarch was just gonna play this this Guardian, that there's no reason to attack anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that you just freeze the board because it's more stats for your minion. There's Vargoth.
That is very strong.
Yeah, he gets 2 extra turns here. I don't think he can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's just trying to go off before the before the Shuttlewalk can come down.
Yeah.
Good. So now you just make as big a board as you really can. I'm not sure whether or not this is lethal or not. He doesn't have any giants. It's really unfortunate.
There's no giants. You have the lack of giants to like attack in, because then you could like get Wind Fury and stuff like that for your minion. I'm guessing we're gonna see like. Guess like we're gonna see Brand. Maybe we're looking at like Brand Zeph. There's just not that many. There's just not a lot of great. There's no lethal creation, but he can maybe remove the board.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go for. No, he doesn't have a. It's not active. He doesn't have a quest up.
Yep. Some random spells here.
Okay. Okay, he's definitely curating a specific card. I think potentially.
Not sure what he's looking for here. Looks like he wants a 3-drop. Maybe a Lightning Storm?
Maybe he's gonna maybe Lightning Storm. Yeah,
or Edwin.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's actually massive.
And he gets a whole extra turn. So this is potentially getting there.
This is exact lethal. Or never mind. One over with the hero power. Wow.
Wow. Well done by Nops.
Zeph Edwin got there.
Zeph Edwin. I imagine he planned that out, and that's some incredible planning. I never would have seen that.
That was really intelligent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking just use the Zeph to try and clear up the board and get more damage face, but making a 14/14 also pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Reno Quest Mage gets through. Mimnarch still has free Shaman to play. Really the lowest up showing up, not at all for Mimnarch was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Otherwise he would have been able to start locking. Otherwise he would have been able to lock Nops out pretty solidly, and won the game just that way.
Yeah, I agree.
So here we have even. I'm assuming even lock.
Notably from this even luck list, there is no soul rend. So, as long as Nops can play around Defile, there aren't really any AOE clears for from the Warlock.
Yeah. Probably deciding between Dire Mole and Vibrant Squirrel here. In a lot of cases, Dire Mole is a lot of there's cases where Vibrant Squirrel is just your best play, but unfortunately, unfortunately, that at least Nops isn't playing into essentially playing into Defile this way.
Yep.
He can just hold off on playing squirrels. If a minion gets dropped, you can. If it's got 4, you probably want to play bees.
Yeah.
Which nothing gets played.
We can see a turn 3 a Nethron Null from Nimmark, which is very strong.
It's very strong indeed.
Not really a good target for these bees.
No, there really isn't. I agree. I think you just hero power here. Maybe you play squirrel if you really want to. I don't know. I guess you want to summon as much stuff as you can in case he draws the early Frostsaber Matriarch, essentially, which would be which would reduce its cost to 0 already because there's been 3 beasts played, and beast summons 4 beasts, so that's makes it free. So I expect to see a Nethron tap Null here, like you said.
Yep.
Finds Pack Mule, unable to get the second Mule, but that's not a big deal.
It is unfortunate, but still, still able to play the Null, so that's fine.
Yes. Such an awkward mana amount here.
Sure.
Deciding whether you want to get rid of, probably has to decide whether to get rid of the 8/6 or the 5/3. We're gonna opt to go after the 5/3 with this and just try to push as much damage as we can because there is a taunt still in the way.
Right now we're just kind of saying he doesn't have Defile, which seeing his hand, he doesn't.
For sure.
So he's getting a little lower. It's now these Moltens will be able to come down pretty soon.
Yeah.
Opting for the Mountain Giant here to see it. Arbor up here, pretty strong play. They're actually.
It's a strong play. I'm just not sure. Arbor up. If you use it and you go off face, then you're essentially committing to Moltens are going to come. And it's kind of just a weird situation. Like you kind of just want to rip it because you deal damage to your opponent.
Yeah, I do think so. The lowest health minion will be. Let's see, the bee will be 2 health. I don't think there will be a 1, and I don't.
No, there won't be a 1, so the file won't be much of an issue.
Yeah, there isn't really. Yeah, if you are up here, your minions will stick unless he has I guess he could do Drain Soul Defile potentially clears.
Yeah. So essentially, he's gonna opt for clearing, and this also makes Knight of the Wild cost a lot less. The big thing is that this
this does prevent the Battleground Battlemaster lethal, because
you don't
clearing,
even have to do anything from here, but you probably probably can just swing with the squirrel. I don't know if I like setting him to 2 to 12. 12 is an awkward position, although but One thing to note is that Nops does know there is a mule in hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. We're gonna get coin at what are we coining? Are we coining?
He's coining a tap here. I think he's just kind of getting rid of hand space.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Taps,
Yeah, coining a tap.
Taps let us
Tap
let us play the 0-mana 8/8s.
The 0-mana 8/8s plus
And then
Lockalar,
Mhm.
which should Lockalar out this game, very likely.
Yep. Yeah, this is very, very strong. Lockalar was a very good pickup here. I don't believe maybe Matriarch could get there, but no Matriarch. That should seal out the game.
I concede.
Yep, and there we see a concede from Nops because that's a board that Druid is not getting through, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, I think the key thing there was just the. I'm not sure I agree with the setting him to 12, like you said. It just puts him right in Molten Range, but
Yeah,
I guess if you're Nops there, you're saying he's already got an 8/8, and then you know
I
just
think
kind of need to kill him so he doesn't have the Moltens.
yeah, I think the main issue. Oh, okay. Well, we'll also mention that. So, welcome Raiders, and thank you, Corbett, for the massive rate of 142 viewers
Wow.
for this epic match. It's tied up 1-1 right now. The Shaman's back out from Memnarch. And we have the minion Interfire Priest for Nops. So, yeah, this is a pretty good hand for Nops. He's got the Drekthar, he's got the Bless,
For sure. I
but
like
he's gonna
the...
she's gonna opt to just keep the one.
Wow. This is an interesting hand. I think I've played a lot of Drek Interfire, and sometimes you can just kind of scam the Shaman by playing out an early Death Lord. I do want to see. I kind of want to see the coin Drekthar, because Drekthar is just so powerful. Notably, see we've got 2 wind chills in hand. Engineer fills out the curve very well. With the Sleep Breaker, that's 3 freeze effects to bridge his way up to the Snowfall Guardian. Very, very strong, because typically Interfire will just have 1 or 2 big minions. But Drekthar comes down, good pulls. Do not believe there's a way for Memnarch to kill the Cleric, which means we can get some draw value here, which is very strong. One of Interfire's biggest weaknesses is a lack of draw, so you know, that having that Cleric stick on board for multiple turns, especially with the Gift of the Naru, very, very strong. We'll have to see.
Definitely.
Notably, Ops still at 27 health means that Gift of the Naru won't draw a card naturally. That is a very important breakpoint against Priest.
There's actually quite a bit of buffing cards here. For Nops, he's gonna opt to heal up his Cleric, and he's gonna start buffing up the Drekthar as well. Having 2 minions that can threaten lethal is pretty solid.
Yeah, we do know that Memnarch has the Ice Fishing in hand. He has the Talk Spin already, but Ice Fishing draws the Flurgle, which will be a full clear.
Yeah, and that is a very... And Memnarch doesn't have to do it right away unless he feels threatened for a lethal next turn. Now he can't do it because he played that specific minion, but now he has it in hand. He's just gonna double freeze though.
Yeah, I don't hate this play.
No.
That Cleric is just 3 health. There's the chances of it being able to kill you are very, very low.
Yeah. And I think this is a pretty crucial pickup for Nops. He just picked up Nerobar Weblord, which makes a lot of minions, even in Shaman, quite difficult to play, especially because the Toxfin's is going to cost more mana. It will be playable. For sure. It'll cost 3 mana though, so can't really go for 3 mana clear the board and then more. So we'll see what Nops opts to do here. I
I wonder.
It is definitely interesting because 6 mana is the important breakpoint with Shaman. That's when they
Mhm.
can start playing their snowfalls. So usually you want to be, threatening them before then or developing the Weblord. But from this point, if he just plays the Weblord, he gets Flurgle Toxed. So it is definitely an interesting question here.
Mhm. Maybe he tries to bait out the Flurgle Tox for the Weblord next turn.
It's like he's
We're gonna
just
see
opting to
another.
drop the cards.
Yeah, we're gonna see some draw here.
The second Weblord.
It's quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
No hesitation, ripping the Snowfall Guardian. There's no Macaw in hand right now.
Mm-hmm. Do have the second Guardian still, but like I said, no Macaw.
Yeah. This version of the deck doesn't run any way to steal minions, as far as I could see. So that's Memnarch's not concerned with like oh no, there is 2 Potion of Madness. So Nops could, if he had a potion, he could potentially steal one of his opponent's minions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the potion. There is no wave though, so
Mhm.
it's gonna he'll have to stack a lot of buffs in hand in order to make that happen.
For sure. Also, notably, no second Divine Spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do have the rat in hand from Memnarch. I think rat Flurgle Tox could be appealing, but at the same time, rat is a very prime target for the Potion of Madness.
Mhm.
So like you want to deny your opponent of resources, but at the same time you don't want to give them the slim outs to kill you.
Yeah, so pretty good play here from Memnarch. Just getting the second Guardian online.
Yep.
We're just gonna start seeing more draw from the Priest. Finds Renew, card generation. Could find the Wave of Apathy here, potentially. Does not. He mills a Shadow Word Devour, but that's not a massive deal.
Mm-hmm. Shadow Word Devour can be important when playing specifically for the oh, he milled his Discover.
Yeah, he does mill the Discover, so doesn't get to see anything. Just gonna have to play Gifted the Naru to just dump cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the drawing from with the healing came drawing with the girl, and this is gonna get quite difficult.
Yep.
And yeah, Nops just opts to concede here. There's not, once that first board's gone, they don't have any rushing minions. He's not playing Nomergon infantry.
I think
So-
Memnarch may have been just presenting lethal as well with the Lothar. There's not really any outs to stop him.
Definitely. I guess you could stall with the nah, there's no way to actually remove the poison minion, so the taunt is just doesn't even do anything there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Memnarch now just has to win with his druid, with his
Mhm.
own aggro druid.
Yeah. From my experience, Druid is very bad into the inner Fire Priest, but there is definitely potential for it to win.
Mhm.
I think just the Shadow Word Devour, very good against Druid, because Druid wants to go wide for the Arbor Up and composting synergy, and then also synergizes with Priest cards. So
100%. I think also if this priest deck just doesn't really draw the minions, it could also present quite an issue. There are ways to draw, fortunately, with the renew to generate power word chill. You don't really want to use power word chill on an opposing minion though.
Mhm. So we do see the Matriarch that can be played next turn with the coin if he wants to. The Adorable Infestation plus the Druid, but
Yeah,
It's not-
I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Go as wide as possible, because composting is coming in.
Master Spell is pretty huge. That's very, very good into the composting turn.
Mhm. Picked up bees is picked up. Or Memnarch. Very likely to not do that, but I'm guessing we're gonna see maybe Adorable plus the 2/1 drops in hand.
See that, yeah. And you can coin a 4/5.
We're gonna coin out a composting, it looks like.
I think this is also fine. Just ensure you get the draw while you have it. Plays around a minion plus devour.
For sure.
But we have the Master Spell and the Shard of the Naru here, so
Yeah.
really, really deny the value of the composting.
Ooh, we opt to not do that.
There's not really a way. There is no way for Mimnarch to kill off his minions, so it's not urgent. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. Kind of awkward turn in terms of mana.
Mm-hmm.
Does run Radiant Elementals. If he opts to sit this turn, Radiant Elemental could be a very huge pickup next turn to make a huge cleric.
For sure.
But also play for tempo. He does have the Raised Dead in hand, so if he plays out the cleric now, he can still get it back, even if it dies.
Is someone injured?
Yeah, I don't mind this. He needs to start churning. Like, Nops really needs to churn through his deck, and so maybe he just wants to play Power Word Shield for the draw. Could have also opted heal face.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll get the draw with a discover. Gets Embalming Ritual, but does not get the draw. Oh, whenever. Okay, that's only for minion heals. So I forget what cleric does. Oh wow.
Yep. Like we're setting up for a bees here, maybe.
Yeah, bees plus matriarch is pretty strong here.
Nope, no bees. Just playing out our other cards. This 4/5 coming down is huge.
I wonder what the reason for holding back this matriarch is. I guess it's in case of some form of a board. But I guess it's in that case it's to get a breakpoint to get rid of the minion.
Ooh, Devour is here.
Yeah.
There is a cleric in the Raised Dead pool they can get back.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I think you pointing out about the Raised Dead pool, I think that's gonna be that could be the potential just turn here. You like raise, you can just raise dead. There is also Master Spell here as well. It's not too bad. He could like use Devour to remove some of the minions and then just Master Spell the board. But that feels really bad. I think we're gonna see, we're just gonna see it with Cleric here. Can even play potential Embalming on it.
Yeah, I think either way, the main thing you're scared of is Arbor Up, but I think with clearing those 2 minions, even with the Raised Dead, it's not quite lethal. So
yeah,
you gotta make it 12/12. Very strong.
It's gonna stick too.
Mm-hmm.
Into the potential Arbor Up turn. Nops, probably is just like, please don't have the Arbor Up. Although if Arbor Up is played, Master Spell is a very good answer.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see draws here to maybe try and find it. Finds a squirrel. Finds a bees.
Yeah. You have the double Divine Spirit, but no Inner Fire to go with it. This, if he chooses to hero power here, tank 12, that will clear off the cleric. Kind of what I'd like to see. You can develop a matriarch behind it, or okay, Druid of the Reef.
Yeah, Druid Array for a Rusher is super good here, and this allows for the
Ooh.
second half to get removed as well.
Yeah, this is better
Yeah,
actually.
and now I think you now I think you can make. I think now you've Matriarch plus
Matriarch.
Knight of the Wild.
Well, very strong. Yeah,
Mhm.
those bees coming in handy.
Oh man, no Wave of Apathy. Otherwise, you could do some pretty big damage eventually on a turn. Arbor Up. I don't think Arbor Up. I don't think it necessarily presents the lethal. But Arbor Up picked up. I don't see a reason to not play it because you're just guaranteeing 2 turn, and
Yeah,
it feels like.
we need like
I just went off lethal now.
we need like both renews are gone, so there's not really any random generation that can go on.
Yep.
I think this is just this just seals out the game. Maybe is the double Divine Spirit? No,
Double Divine Spirit puts it to 32.
He has exactly lethal with the hero power.
Yes. Memnarch should just be able to count that out and then attack with all the minions and then hero power. That should do exactly it.
Yep. There's the bees in hand as well if you would need it, but
just making sure to get the last.
Yep.
Just make sure all the damage works out. Hero power, and Memnarch takes the match.
Yep, that is it. 3-1. Unfortunate for Nops, one of the biggest like breaks for Inner Fire. If you just don't find your minions, you can't really scale. The big strength of Inner Fire is definitely playing out a minion turn 1, turn 2, and then being able to just snowball with that. But without it, the Beast Druid was just kind of able to overwhelm him. It's very, very unfortunate sequence of draws there, but still played well from both sides.
Definitely well played. All right, so hopefully we can get an interview with Nops. Or sorry, not with Nops, with Memnarch. Here we go. Hello, Memnarch.
Memnarch, congratulations.
Thanks.
It's very very clean 3-1.
Yeah, that it felt it felt really good. I'm surprised he what was it? He traded the Shard of Naru because I was trying to because he only had one in the deck, right?
Yeah, I was also surprised to see that. He did get a what was it? It was a Master Spell.
He
off of the
generated a
Renew.
Master Spell.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's why you. Yeah. Okay, that
So-
makes sense then.
Yeah, I do wonder if that was correct, just because the Master Spell is a lot more expensive, but still left him
I
with
was
the
trying to
ability
bait it
sign
out because the I had a bunch of removal in my hand, and if he used his only clear there, then I could potentially just win on board because he needed a big minion plus a. I had what was it? I had 7 bursts or 7 removal in my hand, 7 power over removal.
Mhm.
So I was trying to
Yeah.
prepare for the Drekthar turn. So that's why composting there.
Makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really bricked on his minion draws there, so he was
Yeah.
just kind of overwhelmed.
That was unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the
Definitely.
least. That's the least amount of minions I've seen that deck draw.
He
Yeah,
drew
it can-
1, 2.
Drew
It can
2.
happen. Yeah.
2 minions all game. Yeah, 1 Death Lord, 1 girl.
Yep. Not enough. Not enough to snowball with, and yeah, you just kind of die. But yeah, very well played.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Shaman game, the first one, I think I prematurely used the combo Flurrigal Toxfin, but
I think
he
the
had Potion of Illusion in hand, I'd lost. So
yeah, the big thing that game was you just couldn't find Lothab. Lothab really helps that matchup because you just lock them out. But
you win the game. It literally says win the game on it.
Yep.
It really does in that
pretty
case.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely well played. It was a good series.
Yeah. I mean, it was much better than my Pro Series like yesterday. Oh my god, I wanted to like shoot myself after that game.
Aw.
Yeah, I saw the results. That was very
I was
unfortunate.
so close. All three of those games were close. Like
Mm,
those, uh, all three of those games were super close. Except I was like 1 or 2 points off the second and third game, and the
Mhm.
first game he got a miracle lethal.
unlucky.
Ferocious Howl into tracking into arcane shot, along with Questline Hunter.
Oh yeah.
That was
That-
so.
Oh yeah, that's how that deck will do it.
Yeah. Yeah. At least you got a clean win on the competitive series. You know.
Yeah, the actual try hard series here. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
where all the good players want to excel in. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
This is where all the actual quality players are. Yeah. All right.
Did you guys notice anything from your point of view? Like any plays I could have done different, or you were thinking of that I did differently?
I think I do. I'm trying to think back to the first game. There may have been a better way to cycle with Grumble. I think you did well with it. I liked getting the Snowfall Guardians in the pool just because, you know, if he
Oh.
doesn't have the Zeph into a 14/14 Edwin, then you just kind of lock him out with the Shutterwalk.
Oh, that I hate playing against that deck because if you don't remove the minion that comes out, you die. If like I had I was thinking about ratting him again, but like, what am I gonna rat? Like, the only good hit is Zephyrus. If I hit Vargoth, I lose. If I hit Giant, I lose. If I hit Reno again, I lose.
Yeah.
If I well, basically, if I hit anything but Zephyrus, I did some like math and like, yeah, I basically dead
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, it's the
because you're effectively giving giving the minion charge and like Wind Fury, so it attacks 3 times.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not. I don't have a whole lot of experience regarding Rune Quest Mage. It does seem like a very scammy deck. Like, you know, you think you're ahead, and then they
Oh.
just you know take 3 turns, and then you lose.
Yes.
Well, the way I see it, he had 3 power on board. Now it's at 25, but I had a what was it, a rat in play, so I was effectively at 31. He had
Mhm.
to get through, and I did
Mhm.
some thinking about it. It's like, okay, 2 turns. If I don't let him have, if he needs Mana Giant, I can't beat that. But if I let him have any more than 5 power on board in this at the start of his what was it, or if I let him have, I think it was like if I let him have 6 power on board before his Vargoth scam turn, I lose. Because the math comes out, he needs 2 minions or 10 power among like 4 minions. I
Mhm.
think that's what I remember.
I I could not say that I'm familiar with the math.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is like, I played that deck so long ago, like Reno, like this is the old man in me, but back in my day during Descent of Dragons, that was a
Uh-huh.
really good deck. And I
Yeah.
remember playing it a lot.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely seen a resurgence. I think credits to
Yeah,
Cresselia for that, but I think it was brought quite a bit this week. I think.
it's actually very strong into it's an ice
Oh,
block deck, so it's very
yeah,
strong into like the super dumb stuff in the format, like Owlock,
yeah.
Beast Druid. It wrecks Beast Druid. It
Yeah.
doesn't really wreck Pirate Warrior, but like you got the Reno scam card, so it sometimes wrecks Pirate Warrior. It's really
Mhm.
good into combo Priest
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
This Ice Block is just
yeah.
a pretty busted
Ice
card in some
ice blocks the
matchups.
card.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ice Block was actually I think it prevented like 7 or 10 archetypes from being viable. Like it just flat out killed them. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually impressive just how impressive that card. Well, it's only really good against OTK strategies, and it turns out that there's a lot of degenerate OTK strategies that just have become viable if that card is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
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 It's Eternal format. You got all the synergies, all the dumb OTKs, so it's definitely a really powerful card.
Super proud of myself with that. What was it, the Shaman game against this priest, where I just
Mhm.
snowfall low-thubbed him. Oh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
I felt
super
like such a
smart. Yeah.
genius.
Yep, very
Yeah,
very
the
clean.
Lotheb said win the game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, the Lotheb plus the Florgotox means he can't really generate a way to stop you from just killing him, and then he
Well,
doesn't.
he had 8 cards in hand, so he theoretically could have killed me one of those turns if I didn't trade the 2/2 in, because he could have powered for. He could have, what was it? Potion of Madness, Fortitude, because those cost 1/0 basically. And then with Fortitudes, that's a 12 power, right? So he just needs a Divine Spirit or a Powered Shield Divine Spirit Bless, and I'm dead.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's.
Oh, because he didn't have fortitude. In
Oh, he
deck.
didn't. I
Yeah,
guess I'm
he
so
was.
traumatized from ladder that.
I
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think is fortitude actually running wild. I didn't
Oh.
think.
I
I
think,
didn't know that.
no, I think
In certain lists.
there's two different lists of Interfire. You have like the
Okay.
minion version with
Minion
Drekthar
version.
and a lot more minion focused.
Yeah.
That one's a lot better into like Pirate Warrior and other aggro
Never mind.
decks.
What could have killed me with the 2/2 on board is if he would have played Radiant Elemental and then what was it, Devoured and powered shields on it, and then 2 Divine Spirits into
Yep.
a Inner Fire kill.
Yeah,
So I was playing
yeah,
around a lethal.
I have done that before. That is it is possible. It's difficult. You need really good draw, but it's
Literally,
definitely
I
possible.
died with I had a 1/1 on board, and that 1/1 killed me from like 35. I was so mad. Like,
Yeah, that can happen.
Definitely.
Yeah, inner fire priest can do some dumb things. It's I know
Yeah.
I am personally vouching for the Crab Rider unnerf. I think it
No.
would be really fun.
No.
I want it back. Crab did
No.
nothing wrong.
No.
Crab did nothing wrong. Let Crab
Crab
ride.
committed war crimes. I don't know what you're talking
Nah, I
about.
don't know what you're talking
Let
about.
Crab ride.
No.
Do you know how much
Let
he
it.
abused those crab? That Murloc abuses crabs. He should stay banned
Mhm.
or nerfed.
Yeah.
Like, do you think those crabs
Anyways.
are willingly letting that Murloc ride him?
Of course. No, it's what he does.
Anyways, thank you so much for the interview, and obviously congrats on winning. Thank you to you and Nops for coming on stream. So we're gonna have our final match, which is gonna be a legacy match between Donde and the Big Ted. And I want to thank Hyperin for casting this one with me. Brought a lot of information that I'm not super some of these decks I'm not very versed on, and so it was nice to have your insight on, especially for Inner Fire Priest.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of my favorite decks in the format right now. So, big fan.
Yep. Zarella herself.
Of course.
All right.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Yep. Thank you, Menmark. Congrats again on your win.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya. And I am also gonna head out. I'll let these guys take standard. Not can't say I'm well versed in that one, but yeah. See y'all later.
Yep. See you later. All right. I want to welcome Super Chicken back to the casting booth.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be back after the first couple of matches.
All right. So we have Donde versus Big Ted. Bans are in. Donde has banned Shaman. Ted has banned Priest. So
Yeah, just looking at the classes. So Donde's left with Druid, Rogue, and Shaman, and Ted is left with Druid, Hunter, and Warlock.
yeah. I guess Rogue's in a weird spot with the Hunter being up. Because it's just so difficult for Hunter to win against for Rogue to beat Hunter. It's a situation where like you see Warlock, so you think, oh man, like it's gotta be good for Weapon Rogue. But then you look again and it's like, oh, there's Druid and Hunter. Just no way Poison Rogue beats that.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. I think since Donde banned Shaman, he's probably leaning towards the Quest Rogue. I feel like it's a bit indicative of that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because yeah, I mean, Poison Rogue is definitely not bad into Shaman, into like even into Burn Shaman. It's fine. It's
Yes.
not a terrible matchup. But I would definitely expecting a Quest Rogue here from Donde.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I imagine with Quest Rogue he might be going after the Warlock a little bit.
Sure.
So maybe we see a Burn Shaman and maybe like a Spell Druid.
I could see that for sure. Yeah. And on
It's
on
tough
Ted's
to
side,
say.
if he's expecting a spell druid, a slow druid, he could just go pretty aggro here. With like a beast druid and the face hunter.
Yeah, I guess you do always have to be a bit careful about having a class, or sorry, having bringing a deck in Legacy that's weak to a certain archetype. Um, I mean, it's a bit tougher for Ted to go for a full aggro lineup, having the Warlock there.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think Spell Druid is decently favored into Handlock and obviously Owllock as well. So
Mhm.
it's tough to see Spell Druid being too dangerous
Yeah, I would agree.
of a bring. I mean, but you can still like you could still just get some free wins in with if you brought Face Hunter and Beast Druid against Spell Druid.
Mhm. Yeah, you called the Burnt Shaman from Donde, and from Ted we see Handlock. All right. Mulligans. I'm not sure if Ted is mulliganed or not, or if Donde has. Doesn't look like Donde has actually put his mulligan through. I expect pretty much a full mulligan from Donde. Not much you really want to keep out of Double Bloom when chilling Macaw. And on Ted's side, you probably keep the Backfire, get rid of the Flesh Giant. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just sorry, I'm just getting into spectating now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Probably not going to get to see the mulligan, but yeah, don't they full mulligan and Ted? Okay, so he did mulligan ahead of time, and he kept the Backfire and got a Flesh Giant. Okay.
Yeah, it was also a bit tough navigating the friends list there because I got about 1,700 friend requests from the Big Ted, courtesy of
Oh
the
no.
Hearthstone friends list.
Courtesy of friends list. Yeah. Um
Yeah,
Probably nothing from Donde this turn. I mean, he would have loved to have picked up a Bloom for that Caverns, but
yeah,
looks like we'll be kind of slow playing it. I would expect a Sleep Breaker probably.
yeah. Nothing too crazy here from Donde's early turns. Just probably gonna go Sleepbreaker into Cavern into maybe a Dungeoneer or something like that. I do wonder if Ted has put a Showstopper into his Warlock because I think, and oh, we do see the Showstopper picked up, so he is running it, which I think I mean it is kind of the standard list, but maybe you would cut it if you wanted some other piece of removal.
For sure. Showstopper's quite good into this deck. It allows like in turns where your minions get frozen, you can just you can like Showstopper and kill as long as you have board space. There's Soul Rend picked up. Soul Rend's an excellent card against the early board.
Obviously, I never miss.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much Donde's gonna commit to the board here. Because I think the natural play would probably be to Windchill the 2-1 and either Serpent Shrine or play the Dungeoneer.
Nature waits for no one but
Mhm.
me.
It looks
But
like
it does give a pretty decent Soul Rend to Ted here.
Um, if you're thinking about Soul Rent, do you ever? It feels unintuitive, but do you ever just trade off your 3/2 and then just like wind chill your 2/3 just to keep clear for Soul Rens? Like, it makes it super awkward to play it. Your opponent might not have too much going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I think we're probably playing the wind chill regardless, so I'd like to see that come out first,
okay.
and then we can maybe decide on
Yeah,
what we're
you
doing.
would chill the 2/1 and decide from there. Yeah,
Uh,
makes
I
sense.
think he actually played the wrong wind chill there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he played the one that was from deck. So now Ted can note that he has only one more wind chill from deck, but he still has one from. But he knows that there's one in hand. And Netheron played as well, and Null. Hey, that's a good pickup. That's another spell. That's another spell school for multicaster. You get the arcane pickup, and primordial studies just kind of probably the best way to start this turn off, depending on the line you want to take. I would guess that we're gonna try and remove. We're just gonna freeze the Anetheron, so you can decide to wind chill first for draw.
Yeah, I think we're always wind chilling that.
Ooh,
Some
Traitor or
interesting
Zapper?
interesting picks here. I think they all have merit, but I mean, Zapper is usually the one you're picking up most of the time.
Yeah. Ooh. Some other
I
good pickups.
personally like Bosch here. You're already kind of coming up on 7 mana, so shuffling Bosch Prime in now is actually quite good for you.
Agreed. I wouldn't mind seeing like a tempo play with Vosh where you just
Oh,
play some
yeah,
in a
okay.
hole.
I thought we were picking Bosch to play it, so I feel like if we're
Yeah.
not playing it this turn, then it's not as good.
Good. Agreed. I agree with that. I would have rather have seen but Donde does have overdraft. But even then, like Guild Trader in that case would be a little bit better. If he was thinking that he could get a if he was thinking he could like get a lethal with get like a sneaky lethal, but we're gonna see Drain Souls getting played, healing back up to 22.
Yeah, it's a pretty cute play.
Yeah,
You get
that's
to
a decent chunk of damage.
Yeah, you get a free draw with the coil there, and get to add another one to your hand, and you're reducing the cost of your giants here.
Mhm.
And now Ted sort of has at least the threat of a lethal setup with
Mhm.
he can play giants next turn, and there's the potential threat of BGBM on the follow up.
Yeah, I think Macaw is Sleepbreaker, if I'm not
I believe
mistaken.
it's Dungeoneer right
It is
now.
Engineer, you're right. Yes, you're right. So there's no access, there's no easy access to a wind chill. Um yeah, maybe there's a
Yes.
I don't think you want to use a lot of you don't really want to use a lot of your your spell damage. But it looks like I would guess that Donde might give credence to just clearing off the board here a little bit.
Yeah, it's a pretty
He is
awkward spot.
Yeah, he's opening himself up to Battlegrounds Battle Master, but I think he has to just kind of say he doesn't have the lethal. Actually it would be 1 damage off because of the removal of Tamsin. So here we go. Gonna use the Mortal Coil to use Backfire. Get down to 10 cards in deck. So now Bloodshard Bristlebacks and 1 mana 6/6s are on board. And this is a massive board.
Yeah, and now basically the oh my god, the landslide pickup was the only thing that saved him there. I mean, Snowfall wouldn't have been able to do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the landslide pickup here was pretty much the only thing he could have drawn. And now
Mhm.
landslide is gonna hit for 8 damage AoE.
Yeah. Yeah, just play Vosh first, then you're able to play everything. This unfortunately puts most of your spell power on the board. So maybe we see like I guess at this point you can maybe go for the extra 6 damage with and then overdrafting for a bunch. Especially going into your Brucon turn. I guess you can't actually play Lightning Bolt and overdraft, so we're just gonna overdraft here. And play the Lightning Bolt after. Okay. So
Yeah, might as well get use out of your spell damage now.
yes. Cause I think the main way that this
You know nothing of death.
I think the main way that Donde's gonna win this matchup now is gonna be Brucon. It's gonna be Brucon Fireballs. With
Yeah, this is. I mean,
3
it's
out of
still
4
pretty
minions with.
tough for.
Oh, sorry.
It's still pretty tough for Donde, right? Like, Ed just gets to load up the board again and threaten lethal right away.
Yes.
You get accustomed
I
to
think.
the smell.
I mean, you pretty
Get
much need
accustomed to the smell.
Snowfall Guardian here or Wind Chill.
Doesn't find it. That's
Yeah, not gonna find the Guardian, but you can still Macaw and find a Wind Chill potentially.
finds Sharpened Shrine Portal.
Okay, finds the Sleep Breaker. So he is alive at 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Frostbite
And
He's got to make sure to. He's got to
But
make sure
the,
to windshield the one in the middle.
the
Yeah.
Showstopper, actually, the Showstopper in hand is gonna negate that, so
Yeah, so it's lethal.
he will just be dead. Even if he blooms out a portal here, it's actually still gonna die.
Pending that the minion. Oh yeah, because even if it's a taunt minion, Showstopper. There you go.
Yeah, Ted's gonna take game 1 here against the Burn Shaman.
Yeah, don't they look pretty good in the early game? To just kind of have the plan of tempoing out, and obviously not seeing the Soul Ren, but Ted able to essentially use his resources to get the draws he needed and to get his essentially make 2 massive boards that just could not be dealt with. That both of them couldn't be dealt with. So if you're Donde, are you running back the Burn Shaman into Druid and in Hunter, or are you potentially switching classes to something else?
I think I would run the Shaman again, personally. Now that the Warlock's out of the way, I guess Ted could have a Quest Hunter, so that would be an
Oh
issue
yeah.
for the Burn Shaman, but other than that, you should be fine, but we are gonna see Hunter, or sorry,
Beast
Quest Hunter
Hunter.
from Ted.
And Beast Hunter from Donde. This is still Hunter. This is Hunter favored, but I'm not sure how Hunter favored it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of I
Or
think a
is
lot
this
of Beast
or is
Druids
this Dru-
don't. I think a lot of Beast Druids don't really play this matchup very well. In that they kind of just like throw minions onto the board, and
It's
just hope something
slight.
sticks.
It's slight favorite for Beast Druid. On HS replay, let me check top 1K.
But yeah, I think if you're able to get an Oracle Balloon board, it
Mhm.
actually is really tough for the hunter to answer it because they don't
Yeah.
really have huge board AoEs. So going wide with higher health minions is actually pretty tough for the hunter to answer.
Agreed. Yeah. Alright, so we see Thorngrowth Centuries come out here. But there's a pretty good answer from Ted within his Bloodseeker weapon. But if you had a Dragon Bane shot, also would be pretty good here. But Bloodseeker is just gonna put in some good work.
Yeah, Bloodseeker is an interesting inclusion in the list.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure what it's replacing.
I've
I
gone back
wonder
and forth. I've
what's-
gone back and forth on my Quest Hunter lists, honestly. And I don't particularly know what it replaces. This Dragon Bane shot's really nice here. It removes a taunt and allows Ted to push 3 face, but also probably just complete the Wound Prey here if he wants. And
Yeah,
complete
I
the first
don't
part
think
of
I would
Quest.
play Wound Prey here, just because your plan is removal. So I don't think turboing out the quest is really gonna do
Mhm.
too much for you, because you could get down to the 0 mana hero power next turn anyways, with the coin.
Makes sense, yeah. And Frost Saber Matriarch costs 4.
Yeah, I think the most important thing to note here is that, yeah, there's Oracle of Elune and Matriarch in hand, so it's Donde is about 1 turn off of creating a pretty tough board to answer.
Definitely can get quite a lot of procs for this Matriarch here with the Thorn Growth, and if he ended up playing Sow the Soil, he could have got it down to either 1 or just given his board some more attack, but not for hero power.
Well, so the soil doesn't summon a beast, it summons a treant, so it wouldn't have.
Cummins a treant, you're right. Yeah. So the Matriarch costs 1 because of the Frostwolf, because of the kennels. See Bola shot here from Ted. Probably combined with a Dragon Bane shot for the 0 mana hero power.
Yeah. Pretty clean turn for Ted. He gets to clear off the board, progress his quest to the final stage, and keep that Dragon Bane shot, just kind of getting infinite value out of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is really good for Dome Day.
Wow, yeah, that's an excellent pickup. I mean, that's almost exactly what he wanted.
Agreed. And you're at such a low health, or you're at such a high health, you're not super concerned with like piercing shots or stuff like that. So
Reflect
I think Donde's pretty free to just go Matriarch with Peasant here.
What is it? Doctor, what is it?
Second Bola shot does remove all the peasants.
Yeah, not
Um,
great positioning here from Donde. He's kind of set up the best possible Bola shot for Ted, while also kind of allowing him to
Mhm.
pick off some of the other stuff.
So I'm guessing the better place to put it would be between the 2 matriarchs. There.
Yeah, I mean, just anything aside from being beside the cub, I think.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Now, so you can go Bola shot. You can swing into a Matriarch, play Dragonbane shot, get it back, and then hero power the Elune, and then play Dragonbane shot again.
Okay. Interesting. We're gonna see quick shot potentially on this. I'm not sure how much I like this because we're leaving a matriarch and the Elune up in this situation.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
we're
is-
not leaving. Okay, we're not leaving a matriarch up, but we're leaving the Oracle up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this does leave the Oracle up.
And importantly, there is still gonna get the extra draws.
We also lose the Dragonbane shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Living Seed
And-
is a nice pickup.
Yeah, Living Seed off the top is gonna really punish Ted here.
Anything that is picked up is going to be playable. Yep.
Yeah, I honestly Okay, so he's gonna summon instead of going for attack.
Yeah, gonna summon. Play owl. Gonna deal 5 damage. This. Yeah. Ted will be able to play the quest here, but staring down 14 damage, there is a possibility that there's just an Arbor up in hand. So, even though your best play is probably Tavish, we're gonna see some removal from Ted here to keep himself alive, which is good.
Yeah, not killing off that Oracle Balloon is really coming back to bite Ted here.
Second Elune picked
I
up.
wonder if you just play the. I mean, we're obviously playing. We're definitely playing the Melverick here because it's
Yeah,
just
you
your
should just
only
play.
play. But
Yeah.
there's certainly some merit to holding the Saloon back, and it looks like Donde agrees.
Yep. Because there's still an owl and a matriarch in deck.
Ooh,
that
he's
can
running
be
the
used.
direct tire list. That's pretty funny.
This is gonna be spicy.
I wonder if it was actually better to play direct tire this turn.
I
I
might
mean,
agree with.
It's hard to say because like
Yeah.
you put more stuff on the board, but you also still need to play Tavish at some point.
Yeah.
But you also could have, cleared off the board anyways without Tavish that turn.
Yeah, and this is a pretty sizable punish because Ted would have to tank a matriarch without drawing into something that can deal damage.
Based on the list from that I'm seeing from Donde, I don't think there's anything in his deck that deals face damage.
Oh yeah, so he has to.
I
So he
don't
has to kind of go with this play and clear
I
this
don't
off.
think there's Park Panther in the list. I mean, there could be that we haven't seen yet, but I would doubt it. I mean, there's always the nature studies possibility of damage. Oh wow, direct art into Furious Howl is really nice.
Yeah, Furious Howl there is super pickup. So Slate is huge here.
Yeah.
Arcane
Yeah,
shot.
Slate should just about seal the game here.
Yeah, it should. There's no way that Donde is going to be able to get to face at this point, and it'll just be a slow.
Oh, second Furious Howl, so nice too.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Just refill next turn. That's so good. Yeah, definitely want to remove that minion for sure. Yeah, this is his damage lethal damage represented on board, especially because there's a 6 attack weapon that Ted has. So yeah, Ted goes up 2-1.
Yeah. Maybe falters a little bit in the middle game there with maybe not clearing off the exact minions he should have been, but other than that one turn, it was pretty clean.
Agreed. Yeah. So Ted is only down to his druid. So I'm curious what type of druid deck this is. If it's a spell druid, it'll be quite interesting. So the Burn Shaman coming out for Donde here, coming out back, and it is a beast druid. So it looks like both players opted for similar.
Yeah, this is
decks.
not a fun matchup for Beast Druid.
No, Burn Shaman just remove everything.
It does feel like Burn Shaman's entire deck just counters the Beast Druid game plan. I mean,
yeah.
Even if you miss on Snowfall Garden, you still have landslide clears, and yeah, I mean you also your opponent going wide on board just directly benefits you. So it does take a lot for Beast Druid to win this matchup.
Definitely. All right, so Vosh
Yeah.
Trader Zapper, I guess.
I generally lean towards Zapper in this matchup because it's your cheapest spell damage and also gives you the overload effect for landslide immediately.
Agreed. Yeah, I like
So
that.
Be its own treasure.
Early sleep breakers for Dome Day is gonna be pretty nice.
Frostbite's sharper than bane.
yeah, not too much going on here for Donde. I mean,
Mhm.
he gets to play out his sleep breakers early, which is which he's definitely really happy about. And you can even cycle the wind chill too. Though you probably don't even need to do that if you want to save it for a bigger minion. But I think with double sleep breaker in hand, you can certainly afford to use one.
So we're gonna see the wind chill come out. Yep, just gonna see portal drawn. So second sleep breaker. Frost Wolf Kennels there. I thought about in my head I was thinking about a line of playing Frostbite, but I guess you want to save you want to save as much burn as possible in this matchup.
Yeah, I think if you're using Frostbite as removal as well here, you generally either want it to be on a higher priority target or
Yeah.
for the purpose of getting the honorable kill. I was also really surprised not to see the coin kennels on 2 for Ted. I think
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah, we kind of missed that when it happened, but yeah, that is really interesting not to see the kennels. I think I generally find that it's a bit better to get the kennels out
Ooh.
as early as possible.
That's a good pickup.
Yeah, if it sticks, it'll be really really good for Donde. And looking at Ted's hand, there actually is not really a way for him to kill it off at the moment. So if Ted just value trades here with the 3/2, it'll actually be really annoying for Ted to deal with.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, already this is looking pretty grim.
Moonlight Guidance finds Soil Arbor Up and Squirrel.
I mean, do you do you just play Sow the Soil for attack twice just to take a value trade on Kidra?
Oh, that feels bad.
That is sad. It's
You
not
could do it. You could do it. You could do it once and coin out a hero power.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly not the worst because you still get to take a value trade, which is decent.
Yeah. Certainly, I'm not a fan of turtles here, but I guess you can turtle. Okay, we're gonna coin out Soil here. Okay. She's gonna opt to put taunts in the way and go face. I guess this would be a time where playing Frostbite to trigger and make a bigger Gidra would be fine.
Yeah, I think Frostbite to just give your Ghidra +2/+2 is a play here.
Yeah.
As for what to do alongside that, Donde's just gonna go for the hero power. Seems pretty reasonable. You don't I don't know, none of the other playable cards seem too appealing. Living Seed's a pretty neat pickup. Atriox surely at 0 now, right? Oh, he's not. He's gonna go for the nature studies.
Ooh. Okay,
And
so I guess
studies
we're playing a Living Seed after all this.
Yeah, I don't know. We have
prioritizing was prioritizing quite a bit of draw here. Found the owl. So we're gonna be able to remove the Hydra and take it as a value trade. I might have liked favoring keeping the owl at 4 health to make it more awkward for Donde to deal with.
Well, now Ted has to deal with a Snowfall Guardian into a Macaw.
Yeah,
And
this
both
is
of those are going to connect face.
yeah.
Snowfall Guardian's going to become a 9/9, and the Macaw will be a 10/10 at
10.
least.
Yeah.
So Ted has to figure out a way to stop these minions from hitting his face, or else he's just going to die.
Yeah, definitely. Gets a squirrel, picks more. What does he get? Gets a matriarch. So at least that'll be in the way. But now the macaw will be a lot more. Oh, just alright, he's not gonna board as long as he doesn't board lock, yeah. Landslide here would be very devastating.
Oh, Landslide is actually picked up here.
Is this lethal?
So you have,
Doubles.
it's
Yeah,
not.
no, it's yeah, with a landslide it's lethal. I'm pretty sure.
They're just one lightning bolt in hand.
Oh, there's one. If there's one bolt, it deals. You're one off. You're one off lethal. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can wind chill something first if you want to look for
Burn.
a little bit more damage. Looks like that's what Donde's gonna do,
Serpent Shrine
and yeah, that's
with
gonna
with
do it.
bloom. That should do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If hopefully he spots the lethal.
Does he have the mana for this? So he plays.
Yeah, he does with lightning bloom. He should, right? Lightning bloom should be enough. 0, 1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Bloom 3.
Oh yeah, it's 8 mana, and he has 8 with the bloom. Yeah.
He might take a more. He might take a more a different line here. All the animations.
I don't see Donde missing this.
Okay. I think he could rope it because of animations.
Oh, I guess. I mean, okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, Ted
I
just
think Donde
concedes.
was maybe worried about being on the rope there and missing the bolt after the bloom, which is perfectly reasonable. So, I think, and plus you're already winning that game like
Yeah.
I don't know, 99 times out of 100 from that position. I don't even see how you could
For
have
sure.
lost there. Maybe
I
like
agree.
Oracle of Valoon into like a million generated owls somehow into somehow finding armor gain.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I definitely not really a huge error or anything from Donde.
No. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have the best words in all of Hearthstone. Game 5.
Yeah.
Donde and the Big Ted in a Beast Druid mirror.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting as well. Ted getting rid of the jerry rig in favor of looking for some options that are maybe a bit more tempo oriented in the early game. Because while you do want to be getting jerry rig. Oh yeah, actually, Wild9 pointing out that this is actually game 4.
Game 4?
Because yeah, Rogue has not been played yet from.
Oh, Rogue hasn't
from
won. You're right. Oh
Donde.
my goodness, I wasn't keeping track of games. So what? This is now what? 2-1 for Donde. Yeah, 2-1 for Donde, right? 2-1 for
It's
Ted.
2-1 for Ted because yeah.
I thought Donde got to win on something. Oh my goodness.
No,
Ted was
Donde
up
still has
2-0.
to win with Rogue and Druid. And Ted has
Alright.
won with Warlock and Hunter.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Ted-
everything's been bleeding together for me.
Yeah, especially in Legacy where there's no like actual deck lists and it's just classes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Donde's
everything-
in a really bad spot to win this match. Because Quest Rogue, well, I guess Quest Rogue into this is just okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not great for the Rogue. And also Yeah, I mean, if it's Poison Rogue, it's not great either. But
Mhm,
they're just certainly not unwinnable matchups.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I would go for a Moonlit Guidance here, just because you can
I'd
fill
rather
out your
just see
mana
the
with.
cover or hero power, yeah. Trade the best in shell. Okay, Matriarch costing 3 already is really good.
Wow, I mean, Ted is one Oracle of Elune away from just, I think, blowing Donde out here.
Agreed, yeah.
Oh, God, it does feel so close to just having an insurmountable board state.
You gotta be
Mhm.
scrappy with scraps.
Gonna opt for Sow the Soil here. Guessing he just wants to summon just wants to make a 2/2 Treant and then trade off the 2/2 with the 3/2.
Yeah, I could also see a value trade being taken here,
Okay, value
just
trade
because
taken.
this 3/2 doesn't really trade well into anything. It does kind of let,
Gotcha.
and the 1/1 was already able to trade into a 2/1, so creating another one isn't a huge deal.
Mhm.
Wow, and another beast picked up for Ted. The it is really just the Oracle of Elune waiting room right now. I would kind of like to see the Moonlit Guidance played here just to reduce the cost of Umbrella Owl.
Be its own treasure.
He is just gonna maybe play out both Matriarchs here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. That's a lot. That's a lot to put on board. That Donde has to deal with, and he doesn't have any good answers to it currently.
Yeah, and it's definitely gonna force Donde into a really defensive play because this is going into the Arbor upturn as well. So
Mhm.
Ted making an all-in play like this really has to worry Donde a bit here.
Agreed, yeah.
I mean, the best I think doing something like Thorn Growth Sentries plus composting is, while it's not necessarily your best play, it gives you a chance to refill on board if you end up trying to do trades for board clearing. And yeah, we clear the 1/3 up, which is draw a card.
Time waits for
Yeah,
no
I
Don't
think
they? And Don't they himself at least does have an arbor up.
I do like setting up the composting because I think at this point Donde has to win through. Oh, I like the sow the soil.
Reflect
I'm not
in the
quite sure about
moonlight.
this. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think I definitely like sow the soil more just to be able to play with the, or just reduce the cost of the Umbrella Owls.
Wow, yeah. See, this is like a potential thing where Donde getting some very good pickups, now allows him to almost swing the board back, and he has the arbor up, or he has a chance to make a board that Ted is gonna have a little bit of awkward time trading into, I should say.
Yeah, so what can Donde do here? He can play Oracle and then play Adorable and
Yeah.
Fertilizer.
Mm-hmm. Adorable Fertilizer gives double 0 drops.
Yeah, so then Umbrella and
Reflect in
the
the
Matriarch
moonlight.
go to 0.
So-
I guess you also don't have to play the Fertilizer here,
Mm-hmm.
because it does some pretty similar stuff.
Okay, he might. Okay, he could go Matriarch first, and then Fertilizer, and then Owl.
time waits
Okay.
for no one.
Makes it really awkward for the Matriarchs to trade, because they'll
Yeah,
die on
it
trading.
Changes the breakpoints a
Mhm.
little bit.
Actually, removes both Matriarchs with this line.
Yeah, I don't think I like trading both the owls in there because you have Arbor up in hand. So
Yeah,
I think
So you,
saving minions on board is probably better.
Mhm. Mhm. The pickup of Frostwolf Kennels is really key, because now Donde gets to remove everything, or Ted gets to remove everything from Donde, and the Oracle is gone.
Yeah, that was that those trades last turn from Donde really hurt
Really
him there, I
hurt.
think.
Yeah, Moonlit Guidance gets Living Seed, Centuries, Peasant. I guess you can go Living Seeds but I don't know for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure as well. Donde still has an owl and a matriarch in deck, so you could double Living Seed this turn and play out both of those beasts. Not
Mhm.
too bad. You'd also sort of like to set up your second kennels, but
Yeah.
or like set up your kennels, but
Okay.
it doesn't
we're-
feel great to do that. Sentries does kind of put the most on board though, so that there's a bit of but he's not gonna
I
play the
mm,
second one.
Yeah, I'm because he wants to keep the 2-1 alive. I might have just gone with playing the second one and just taking the trade into the
Okay.
In the moon
to that because now the owl here. I guess it doesn't remove board completely, but it does because of the 2/2 and hero power. So now, wow, this is
Yeah. So now, I mean, sort of the threat that Donde would have been able to set up a couple turns ago is now kind of swung back the other way for Ted here.
yeah for sure.
Donde does have a pretty significant card advantage, but
Matriarch's a decent pickup here. You get double Matriarch. You just make a taunt wall essentially.
yeah, there is. I think Living Seed is actually quite good now because
You're right.
you can get Matriarch and Umbral Owl, and then also you can play the Druid of the Reef.
Yeah, I like that. Donde just takes the Matriarch instead. You can still play the Druid of the Reef in this line, but I like the Owl to be able to clear something on board. Because now...
Yeah, I wanted to clear off more stuff here.
Yeah, this Oracle surviving is... The Oracle surviving isn't even the biggest issue, potentially. It's just the fact that there's... Now, he has... Donde essentially has to remove... I might even like going like Thorn Growth with Composting maybe here. Just to get just to like even draw here off of trading.
Yeah, I think this is a good line here.
Mulverk's pretty good here, honestly. We're gonna see Ted just go Thorn Growth plus Arbor up.
Actually,
But-
notably, Ted kind of misordered this a little bit because I think he's also maybe realized it a bit because yeah, he could have maybe traded in a cub first, and then gotten the second tree end, but
Oh yeah, okay.
because I think it would have affected. It would have ended up clearing off the same amount of stuff, but left him with a slightly better board.
Yeah. It's still a really tough position to navigate for Donde. He does have like Mulverick, I guess, to do some more clears. Like I think Mulverick's pretty solid here. Because we're looking at Oracle plus Owl
reflect
here.
in the moonwell.
Okay, not a ton of honorable kill options. You do have
There really isn't. You're right.
a couple here on the 4/2 and the Oracle.
Oh, he just board locked. He has one. He has like he doesn't even get to really use it. Like, now he will. He'll get to clear off the 4/2.
Yeah, he
And
could
then-
have cleared off an extra minion had he
Yeah.
not board locked himself there.
Gotta be scrappy with
Jerry Rig is gonna get the soil here. No, it's not. It's gonna get a Power of the Wild. So notably, this deck has This deck has Pathmaker in it.
I'm not sure that it does have Pathmaker. I think the most popular list that I've seen recently has had a one-of copy, like just had 2 Jerry Rigs, 2 Sow the Soils, and 1 Power of the Wild, just for a bit
Yeah.
of redundancy.
Notably, Donde having the Arbor up here is is solid. Finds a Cenarian Ward.
Yeah, just
Finds
looking for a Solar Eclipse probably, but doesn't find it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Solar Eclipse would have been really good here. I still think you can take Ward. It's just really good it's probably just super good in this matchup. Donde is at such an advantage in
I think
hand.
Best in Shell is probably the pick because that allows you to
Okay.
go pretty wide here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for that.
What is it? Time waits for no one.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna opt to go for board clear here. Full board clear, it seems. And none of them are. And unfortunately, there was no value trades to be found there.
Victory is
But
yours.
Ted, yeah, Ted can't come back from this. Notably, especially because Donde would probably just rip Best in Shell next turn, protect his entire board. So
Yeah.
there we go. We're
I mean, once all the rushes are gone and you're ahead on board, it's pretty impossible to come back from.
all right. I said it last game, and I actually get to say it for real. This is game 5. It's Donde on Rogue, and now we've learned that it's Quest Rogue versus Ted's Beast Druid.
Yeah. Yeah, Donde definitely has his work cut out for him here in this matchup, but it's definitely possible.
Smuggler's a pretty good addition to this deck. It can do quite a lot. Early extortion with Smuggler, like, it doesn't necessarily do too much, but you definitely want to keep those two in tandem. It finds the operative as well, which is very nice.
Gotta be scrappy with
Very
scraps.
operative Jerry Rig here.
Yeah, this is a fairly ideal start for Ted.
Yes.
I mean, the only thing that you could say would maybe be better would be Nature Studies into Kennels on 2.
Mhm.
But also not a bad start either for Donde. I mean, you have
No.
double operative to start off, which are really, really good at answering the early Druid boards.
We'll get to see a Gizmo here as well. And I think something important with this matchup is going to be how Donde opts to use his stealth.
Job done.
He's gonna opt to not use stealth, it looks like.
Not use the stealth there. So we're going to get to see New Growth, Adorable Infestation, and probably and I would guess Power of the Wild here to buff the board.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna buff things up here.
There's a world where you just go for the the other half, Sow the Soil instead.
I really like keeping the Cub stealth and not trading it off because it kind of forces the operative to trade into a 2-1 if you're worried about Arbor up, which is just a worse trade for Donde to have to make.
I also would have liked Power of the Wild a little more because of Extortion. Oh, yeah, see, now we're able to see the Smuggler come in and just get a 4-drop on the board. And, I mean, Donde probably just trades off both minions here. Now the trades are slightly awkward with this, even with the stealthers. Arbor
Oh
quite.
wow, this is
This
a pretty
isn't.
tempting
This is great,
Oracle.
right?
Reflect
Oracle
in
plus
the
matriarch.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean you also get to take a value trade on the smuggler, so the shadow step
Yeah.
isn't really a worry.
And there's Arbor up in hand, notably this time for Ted.
Yeah, and this is how
Staring
the
down lethal almost. Like he's just probably.
yeah. I mean this is
Probably
how the
dying
matchup
here.
is pretty tough.
Yeah, this is when it gets tough.
Yeah, the quest rogues are generally pretty good at dealing with small stuff with like extortion, and the operatives are really good at value trading into small minions. But once
Mhm.
you get into the oracle turns where you're summoning 4/5s, you pretty much need like assassin to be coming down, and there's only 2 of them in the deck.
Yeah.
And you're only killing off 2 out of the 6 minions on board. So
Yeah, even with
it is really tough.
bounces. Yeah, this is
Strictly.
probably looking at. So these are ideal pickups. They don't clear the minions. They don't clear the other. They don't clear both 4/5s. That's the thing.
Yeah, Donde just sort of hoping that there's no Arbor up in hand. I think he shuffled. I would imagine he shuffled Thorn Growth Sentries into the deck since that's the least useful.
I imagine, yeah. So we're gonna remove some amount of damage.
I think this eliminates. Lethal at least.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's lethal anymore, but
But it just doesn't matter. It's the fact that this pretty much wins the game
yeah.
on this, regardless of what Donde does. This is just essentially death. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now you just
Like,
look for
maybe
some
a
sort
Hail-
of weird summon.
A Hail Mary double smuggler type deal. Yeah. But there's no Doomsayers, and even then Doomsayer wouldn't trigger. There's no way to kill the board. So you're just looking for like double taunt there, I guess.
Oh,
Scab.
I guess he's looking for scabs. But
Yeah, but what does Scabs even do here? You're still way more than lethal represented on board with Scabs.
yeah, I think
Alright, I think he knows he's lost at this point to do this. Like he would just Fizz Flash to 6/6 and then trade it to something, but you just lose at that point anyways.
Job's done.
So yeah, Donde will take the end turn
Ted.
button, and Ted will win the game.
yeah. Yeah, pretty clean last game by Ted.
Yeah.
Not really too much to say in that last game. It's just
No.
the Druid hit the good matchup and was executed pretty well. But overall,
for
I mean, obviously overall a very very close series that did end up going to game 5. You were right, just maybe a little preemptive there.
I was preemptively
Correct. Oh man. Can't wait to see how chat roasts me for calling it early.
Yeah, we actually have Ted here with us. So how are you feeling after that 3-2 win over Donde?
I can finally breathe now. Thought I was about to get reverse swept there for a second, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's always a good series with Donde.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Beast Druid was seemed to be a little sad for both sides this match.
Yeah, definitely know I could have made a few better lines with it, but I don't know if really anything impacted either outcome.
Yeah, I know that Beast Druid mirror was super interesting. It was there were a lot of tough decisions there. I mean, super back and forth game as well. But you do put your team on the board now. You are still down in the series against the Zilfs, but that does put you at 4-6 against them.
Yeah,
With 3 matches left to play. How's the rest of the team feeling about their matches?
pretty good. It's we played them in the regular season and we beat them, and so far if everything goes the same way again, we're gonna pull it out again. So I'm hoping that happens.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, it's always a fun game against Donde.
Yeah,
At least
it's been a
always go to 5.
yeah, it's been a blast casting both of your matches with him this season. Yeah, I really liked the Quest Hunter bring. It worked out, obviously worked out super well. And it made a lot of sense to bring that, leaving the Shaman up in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a morning call by Ron this morning
Mhm.
to bring
Wow.
him in. Yeah.
Genius Ron comes in clutch.
Yeah, Ron giving you the good hunter advice always.
Yeah, of course, if I have Hunter questions, I'm gonna go to him.
Of
No, but yeah, we
course,
were
yeah,
going back and forth a lot on Face versus Quest, and ended up going with that, and it worked out very well today.
definitely.
Yeah, Quest Hunter has had a lot of success on stream tonight, actually. With Pee-wee as well earlier tonight, getting a few wins on it. Seems like it seems like a deck that does pretty well in a closed list format where you can kind of surprise your opponent with the brings.
Absolutely.
I've got a question. It's interesting that you banned the priest, and given your brings, it does make sense, definitely. But it's just interesting when in a meta where everyone's banning druid and shaman, basically, or one of those two. Did you feel how good did you feel? I guess like when you saw the classes, did you just feel like, okay, I have to ban priest, or was it more like, oh, it's fine, like my lineup's
Yeah.
fine into druid and shaman, so I can ban whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, we thought, being a teammate with Donde, I was not expecting the Burn Shaman. I was expecting a Quest Shaman,
Yeah,
so that threw me off a little bit. So the original plan was to try to counter the Quest Shaman.
that would make sense.
Yeah, but then that didn't work out, and then the Druid Priest kind of looked similar matchup wise,
Mhm.
and I just hate playing against Priest.
Fair
It was
enough.
more of a
Fair
yeah,
enough.
like when the chart looked that close, it was more of the comfort ban more than anything.
Nice. I think that's a good mentality too, right? Because I feel like in general a lot of people are banning Druid Shaman, right? Those seems to be some of the most common bans right now.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
all of my matches the last weeks have in standard have been ban druid or ban shaman.
yeah, we did see. I mean, in this week in general between these two teams, we saw 9 druids and 10 shamans. So
Yeah,
yeah, pretty
good
popular
classes.
classes.
Yeah, seems like right now those are the two like you have to bring, and then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I guess, are there any more questions, Chicken?
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for me. I just want to say, congrats on the big win and good luck in the rest of the week.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for playing.
Yeah, of course. I always love being on stream, especially when I'm playing Donde.
Yeah, always
For sure.
always great to have people volunteer to come on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. Thank you guys again for casting tonight.
you're welcome. And
Yeah, always a
thank
pleasure.
you. Yeah, always a pleasure.
All right. We'll see you guys.
See you later.
See ya.
All right.
All right, well, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for us. I mean, had some pretty interesting matches tonight. Unfortunately, not as many as we would have liked, but still, I mean, I still think we got to show off some great matches in 3 different series.
Yeah, definitely. We got matches we had Hero Series, Wild Series, and Legacy Series. That's a lot of different formats that have to go through. From what I saw, they were all pretty good matches. It's always difficult to tell with wild matches how good they are, but that was a pretty good match between the two players. And then the Hero and Legacy match going to 5. Definitely good matches.
Yeah, those are both great to cast.
All right. Well, We are back on tomorrow, right? I know for sure. I think there's 3 matches tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's 3 matches tomorrow night, and I think and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some School Stone with the Robobsons with some
Oh,
of
right.
Robobson matches.
Yeah, in the afternoon, right?
In the afternoon, yeah. Hopefully I can get that all sorted out. I'd really like to get those on stream. So I will be needing casters for that.
Yeah, it
But
should be
so
good.
other
Because
than that, we'll be okay.
these will be like deciders, probably.
None.
Some of them might be.
The one in Hero won't be a decider because the
Okay.
series is 1-1. And I'm not sure about Pro either. I don't have insight into that. Oh yeah, I guess if Robobson wins in a certain fashion, I guess if Robobson wins at all in Pro against Justin, then it's over. And F12
Alright.
wins, but everything else seems like pretty much non-decider between those two. But the later matches should be deciders.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for us. Thanks so much for casting, guys. I know it's been a long day, relatively speaking. So thanks for hanging out and casting.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
No problem.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
I hear you got a problem.
You are not prepared. Another round. Why do you? You are not prepared. You are not.
This guy's toast.
Leroy! Not prepared!
Goodbye.